Hi everyone, welcome to Live Chat Tuesday, number 86. I am Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, and I was supposed to have Connie of Just Another Stitch on today, but she has a very bad migraine, so please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And supposedly she's been having them a lot lately, and hopefully it's nothing serious. If you are currently with me, please leave a comment in the chat. And if you are watching on replay, thank you so much for catching the replay, and leave me a comment in the comment section if you wouldn't mind. So happy Tuesday, everybody. We have Doodley's Crochet, aka Julia. Welcome in, Julia. How are you? Doing pretty good today myself. My aunt that has moved in with us is currently getting a test done and praying it all goes okay. She is, I think they took her, my grandmother took her at 9:30, and I think the test was at 11. And it's supposed to be in between 30 minutes to 2 hours, it could be. So yeah, anyway, welcome in, Ganni Jo. How are you? You working on anything? And please hit those thumbs ups as you come in. I'm doing okay. You can just call me Julia if you want. I will say a prayer for her. Oh, thank you. Welcome in, Tank. How are you? It's good to see ya. So what is everybody working on? I also say people's names, channel names, because after the replay pops up, the chat don't show instantly, so it helps people that are just listening know who I'm talking to. So it takes like an hour or 2 to 4 or something for the live chat replay to actually show up. So so how is everybody? A boho poncho and coffee. It's still cold feeling to me. Was 26 this morning. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I think it got to 50 last night. But the night before it was 39. So I was cleaning and found a bunch of granny squares and have enough to make 2 blankets for Christmas this year. That's awesome. I actually have, I think, 2 little containers full of, well, actually, it might just be 1 of granny squares that I've done over the last however long, I think year and a half. I've just kind of collected them and saved them and tried to use the same size hooks and same size yarn. So one of these days I'll sew them together and make a small throw. Yeah, it will be 65 tomorrow. That is the problem. Yep, weather's changing so quick. We got what are they? Not yeah, dandelions. We have dandelions growing out. And I'm just like, that's just so weird. We're supposed to be in our winter months and they're blooming. Oh man. I did add something to this giveaway so far for the month, and my grandmother actually found it. It's still in a package, and it's a crochet thread, and it has 2 other crochet threads with it. It's like a little kit, and it has, where is it? This one, and then a green one, and it makes hearts and roses ornaments. And I don't know, I don't remember where she said she got it. I think it was at Goodwill or something. But she goes, well, since it's completely enclosed and not open, why don't you put it in the giveaway? So she added this to the giveaway. And then I'm still going to add a few things throughout the month. Aw, welcome in, Sally. What part of Texas are you in? I am in Southeast. I'm about an hour north of Houston, roundabout. When our daffodils start peeking up, I'll know we'll be getting closer to spring. Aw. Aw, thank you, Tank. Alrighty, so let's see. I love to crochet. And I just put a heart instead of spelled out your name. But there we go. And so far, everybody that from over the last 2 lives, I have already added in. All the comments are up to date. So if you haven't entered under the video, make sure you go and do that. I've noticed a lot less comments this month on it. So, yeah. Yep, drop your links if y'all want. All you got to do is just type drop. It was a neat little thing that she found. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, after making that crocheted thread dress for my aunt, I go, I am never making another crochet out of crochet thread wearable. That made my hands cramp so bad. Hi, Melanie. Welcome in. How are you? Do you mean enter the giveaway? Yes. If you haven't entered yet, it's called January's giveaway. Make sure you leave a comment under that video, and if you haven't already. My son goes to Houston quite a bunch for his work. We live between Waco and Austin. I know where Temple is. Kind of roundabout. The January giveaway video. Yeah, it's a blue thumbnail with fireworks in this side, and I think it says 2023 up here, and it's like a dark blue thumbnail. I don't know, since people are knowing it's going to be a whole month long, that they're just kind of waiting on entering, but it's a lot less comments than at the first of last month. Welcome in, Anita. How are you? Even though I just talked to you a little bit ago. So in case y'all haven't seen the video, I actually have 2 of these bags full almost of the these are the mystery bags that Mary Maxim sends, so you know about how big they are. And there's 2 of these. So, yeah, this is January's giveaway. And actually, most of it was added by my grandmother this time. There's quite a few things in this pencil pouch, but there's also a paint by numbers kit, a tote bag, and I think well, I don't know what all is in the pencil pouch, but I think it's stitch markers and a crochet hook, of course, that I'll make the winner. And this one just fell over. Oh my goodness. And I did hear from December's redraw winner. Oh my goodness. They're probably like me and have New Year's shock. Probably. Ganni Jo, we lived in Satin and Martin or Clinton for 4 years on the job. Went to church in Robinson. Husband ran a job in Temple. I'm working on my knit Mary Maxim throw. I love the items. Thank you, Patricia. Also, I will tell her you said thank you. She's like, yeah, let me do mostly this month. And so she started going through. I mean, she has more than I do. And she has one full closet plus some in her building where her sewing stuff is. So she's like, just let me gather up some stuff. And so she did. And yeah. But she has a lot of like 4-weight yarn, and she likes 3 and unders. So she gathered up everything that was too big for her to use. She likes smaller yarns like crochet thread. Hey, Aunt Pam, how are you? I checked the tracking on the crochet thread doll dress, and it hasn't updated since the 8th. Or what is today? Or was it the 7th? Yeah, the 7th, I think. So it should be there any day. Yeah, Tank was born and raised 40 miles from where I live. That is so awesome. Tenth is today. Thank you. Hi, Angela Wright. Welcome in. And she's doing fine, drinking water and working on her socks. I don't normally say what town I'm actually in, just to kind of keep a little bit of privacy. But I'm in a town where it's known for prisons, and I think we have like 7 or 8 in our not really county, but in our county and 2 other surrounding counties. It's like there's like a total of 8 prisons here. I got a lot of new Facebook friends from you, Krista. Oh, I'm so glad. That's awesome, Aunt Pam. And my Aunt Pam, she actually has started recently selling her dolls. I think you sell them on eBay, correct? I think you said. And she can redo their hair. She can redo the makeup. That is so awesome. She was showing me one while she was here over Christmas, and she did good with the hair, man. That is awesome. My grandmother even found a few Mattel dolls. One was like Ivy from Batman, and one was, oh, Harley Quinn. That was pretty cool. And I think my grandmother found them for like $1.99 each. That is neat. And originally, I think they were going like brand new. They go for, I think it was $70 to $90 or something like that. That was a great find. And they were in perfect condition, not messed up, nothing. You need to catch up. Oh, you're at a stall. Okay. At a standstill with the dolls. Yeah, I've been trying to get my knit project done, my knit shawl, wrap, because I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be yet until I can get it off the needles, depending on how long it's going to be. But I've been working on that a couple of days this week, and I'm almost done with the 4th repeat out of 6. I got 5 people testing that one out, and I typed up my goat pattern this weekend, so I will be needing testers for that one pretty soon. I'll be announcing that this week. Just mailed out a few this month. Awesome, that's great. Oh, that's cool. It's Ganni Jo says, I looked it up, Tank and to Tank, and it said, and she says Satin, Texas is 30 minutes south of Temple. Chilton is on Highway 7. Cora keeps asking Anita about the goat. Yep. I have it finally typed up, so I will be making a video probably tomorrow, or I will include it in Yarny Talk Thursday about needing testers. So, okay, Julia, I will. If you want to go ahead and let me know you want to do it, Anita and Julia, I'll write y'all down. I know Sabrina wanted to test it too, and Melanie, Titus. So that's already 4 I know of. I want a baby goat, just don't have room. I would love a baby goat again. When we used to have goats, I used to really, really enjoy having the goats. Okay. Yes, and Brenda. That's right. So, all right. Let me see. All right. So, Anita and Brenda, of course, because she's my permanent tester. Except for knitting. I don't think she does knitting. Julia. And then Sabrina. Melanie. All right. We worked at Cattle Pecan Ranch. My husband was building in it. A dentist was turning, I can't read that, turning the ranch into a resort. The owners got a divorce and she married Randy Travis, The ranch is popular. Whoa. Wedding venue now. Look it up. Moon River Ranch. All right. Moon River Ranch. I will definitely look that up. Yeah, Aunt Pam, I will send you Anita's link. So I don't know if you are a part of her channel or not, but she has a bunch of different animals, and her goat that she didn't know was pregnant just gave birth recently. So she's got some babies. It is permitted to announce another channel here to support them. Of course, always. Anytime y'all want to share anybody's links, as long as you're moderator, you can post any link. If you're not a moderator, YouTube will kind of not let you post a link. But yeah, if you're a moderator, feel free to shout out anybody. You're welcome, Aunt Pam. Just send me a message on Messenger and remind me to send you her link so I don't forget. Well, you know what? I'll write it on this piece of paper also. I'm going to be shaking the table a little bit. Okay. It's really swanky place now. You know, he almost died when he had his stroke. He had a stroke? I didn't know that. Wow. I didn't know he was in bad health either. His wife, Mary, her dad was original owner of the ranch. Wow. Okay, Aunt Pam. I don't know if we told you, Aunt Pam, but Aunt Dale went to go have her angiogram done today, so we should be knowing something soon. He's on TikTok. Randy Travis is, you mean? Or I'm a little confused. With Mary's help, he has regained lots of his motor skills, but will never perform again. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, my aunt that I just mentioned that is having an angiogram, I think she had a stroke back in August or September. And she's actually doing really well. And my mom had a stroke, I think 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember. I think it was 2 years ago. They're both doing really well. Well, welcome in, Kim Crochets and Knits. How are you? It's good to see you. It's 585 acre ranch. Wow, that's a big place. But my aunt Dale, she's getting physical therapy done once a week, working on her muscle strength. And from the initial review, when the nurse came out, they classified her as almost nothing, you know, like they had on a scale 1 to 20, and it was like a 7 or something. And now she's like a 15. So she's gaining a lot more strength and muscle back. She's still having a little bit of problem with her right hand, and but she's actually being able to hold a little bit of stuff better than she used to. So it's awesome to see. I'm good. I'm glad I caught you live. Well, I'm glad you're doing good and that you were able to catch me live. Randy had a major stroke and was not expected to live. Wow. Wow. Thryss In Stitches will be having her monetization party on the 29th of this month. If you are able to donate, please contact Thryss or D Creative Hands. I've donated a gift card for Thryss's party. Oh, that's sweet of you, Tank. Yeah, I think it was somebody's monetization. I know it wasn't. Maybe it was Thryss. I said I'd donate 2 prizes for. I don't remember. I think it was Thryss. I told her once she actually knows when it is, let me know, and we'll go from there. So, but that is awesome. She got monetized. Oh man. And also, I have the phone beside me, so if y'all hear it ring, I'll have to mute it and answer it. My grandmother said she would be calling with updates just in case. So, oh, she's having her members only live tonight. That's awesome. Oh, yes, Tank, he can sing one word now. It's amen from his song. Oh. I donated one of Dee's Ambient 5 skein package to be chosen by Dee. Aw. Well, that's awesome. Is that what she sent me? I think so. She sent some, you all need to watch. Oh, you mean, Randy Travis sing? Is that what you mean? I'm kind of lost. The video 50-year CMT singers. Okay. I better order that teal color one before the party. It's like unforgettable. Yeah, I think I have a package that she sent me. So I think I know what y'all are talking about the 5-pack ambient. Hi, Maribel. Welcome in. How are you? Working and listening. Are you working at work or are you working on something crocheted? Excuse me. This morning I woke up with a lot of drainage for some reason. His speech is still slow, but he is still mending. It's been several years now. Oh, wow. Yeah, my aunt Dale, her speech has gotten a lot better, but being around her for the last 4 months, I'm kind of able to understand what she means a little more. Sometimes she'll say the wrong thing, like she'll say yes and she means no, or she'll say no and she means yes. So I can kind of understand how the brain is still mending for him. It's very, very tough, I know, to go through. My aunt and my mom both struggled after theirs, so I can only imagine what he's been through. So what is everybody working on? Welcome in, Ashley of Mob's Yarnery and Cooking. How are you? I thought she had said a major stroke, Ganni Jo. I'm working on a knitted blanket by Linda Simpson. Oh, that's cool. What size blanket is it? Just a lapgan size that's big enough. Well, right now I'm crocheting a full size blanket, and then I've got to make a queen size blanket after that. So fun. But I've been commissioned to make them, so I've been trying my hardest to keep track of my hours, and so I give it's actually my cousin that wanted it, and I'm trying to keep track of my hours the best that I can, because I'm not used to actually writing down when I start crocheting and when I stop. So this is kind of new to me, but I've already figured up I'm gonna need more yarn for it, and I figured up I needed 9 balls. Now I think I need 12, or maybe slightly more if I do an edging. I'm just like, oh man. But make big squares, Kimmy, then put them together. Yeah. It's very repetitive when you're doing the blanket I'm doing is Dana's Turtle Beach blanket, and it's a 1-row repeat. So it's like the same thing over and over and over. It does get boring, but I change color every 4 rows. So it's, you know, little different, but not too much different. Hi, Brenda Bears Crochet Critters. Welcome in. How are you doing? What you been working on? Yep. If you crocheted the squares, you could just sew them together. Or you could just crochet the squares together, I guess, after you knitted them. Aw, thank you, Ganni Jo. Now, after each live, I try to take a picture of all the tickets after I write them out and post it on my community tab, and then I check them off. But there you go, Ganni Jo. That'll give you an extra entry into the monthly giveaway. Doing okay. Been knitting on a sweater for my mom and spun a little bit of flax on Sunday. It wasn't as hard as I thought it might be. What is flax? I'm crocheting squares together right now. Aw, somebody's talking about doing squares and you're crocheting them together. Oh, you're very welcome, Ganni Jo. And also, since you are a member, you get a entry also automatically. Then anybody that was a member as of January 1st, whether you were gifted a membership or you are a member that pays for the membership, you are still entered into the giveaway, just so y'all know. I'm not gonna, like, I know some of them are going to end mid-month in January or pretty soon. I'm not gonna hold that against y'all, so y'all will still get entries as a member because you're a member part of January. So I crochet them together in back loops only, and you can't see the join. That's how I do it, Tank. Flax is a plant fiber like a tall grass that once spun become linen. Wow, I just learned something new. That's kind of cool. I spun a flax fiber mixed with wool. Oh, well, that's interesting. Now, did y'all do, like, did y'all both make the flax on your own, or did y'all buy it pre-made and then spin it? I'm kind of interested on how that worked. I've heard spinners hate flax. I have a drop spindle, and the only thing I've done on it is wool. So, and I'm not that good at doing the drop spindle. Kim bought it pre-made. Well, that's kind of cool. I didn't know they had different. I know there's different like yarn fibers, but I didn't know there was different spinning fibers too. I bought the processed flax fiber, but I kind of want to grow and process some in the future, but it's a lot of work. Yeah, I have seen, there was a video on YouTube, I think my grandmother was watching like last year or something, on the whole process of making, oh, what was it? Maybe it was linen. Like, and it was like an hour-long video showing how they did everything. I saw the process I saw, they take the fiber and beat it until it shreds and then make single threads. Huh. That's interesting. I think it was actually the process on how to make linen sheets is what I'm thinking. But you know, they started from scratch, I guess, with maybe the flax, and then went from there. I don't remember much about it, but It's wiry. Linen is woven flax. I got 2 new hooks from Hobby Lobby. I'm sewing the squares together using one of them. I am going to do a review on it. Awesome, Julia. Brenda Bear, would you want to try some of Yarny's wool to see if it can be spun? I would love to learn how to make my own wool from a sheep. I know it'd be a lot of work, but I think that would be pretty neat to do. Cotton is a plant. The seeds are removed from the bolls or worked. Depends on the length of fibers. Like Egyptian cotton is longer fibers. Aw, she wants to try Yarny's wool. That's cool. Well, I hope it works out. Another thing I want to get that I've been wanting for a while is a goat. We used to have goats back in the late 90s, mid 90s to late 90s. And since we live on 1 acre, I was thinking it would take some of the pressure off Mama mowing and put a goat in our back pasture and just move it around, and then at night put it, you know, in its little house or whatever. But they're kind of expensive. I looked into it and they're about like $400 for 1 goat, and then plus you got to give them medicine every month. And Mama was like, well, I go, if we get one and it's not pregnant and we don't have to worry about babies, we could just move it around and then, you know, let it eat the pasture down. I've been learning. I'm just not sure what I want to do it yet. You have to get at least 2 goats. Oh no. Well, it would be $800 worth of goats. Hey, Connie. I'm doing good. Are you feeling any better? I had this little goat. There was a mama goat that had some babies back, I think in 97. And the mama, the little goat, his name was Drago. I eventually named him Drago. And he was kind of sick. So we had a lady that lived kind of not too far from us. She raised goats professionally. And she nursed it back to health. We tried to give it back to the mama, and she wanted nothing to do with it. So we had to bottle feed it. And he became my little goat. He followed me around. I could let him out the pen. He would walk around with me, follow me like little puppy dog. And he ended up dying at 4 months due to pneumonia. But the most thing that I remember of the whole time having goats, my grandfather had brought him up. I was in 4th grade at the time. For show and tell in the afternoon. My grandfather fed him a bottle, and then he peed all over the floor. He was the cutest little thing. He was black and white, and he had tan little lines right here on over his eyes, and he had white ears. He was so cute. You can get cheap goats. They don't have to have papers. Well, I will look into it. I mean, I'll have to convince my grandmother quite a bit. Y'all need to watch Connie's video on cotton. You mean her live that she did talking about cotton? Oh, darn thing. I was trying to scroll up in the chat and the whole thing moved. My cousin had a goat. She would shake hands with you. She acted like the dog she ran around with. Aw, that's cute. Look for goat groups on Facebook for your area. All right. Well, we actually do have somebody across where we live. Our road is kind of like a circle, makes a big old loop. And there's some people over there that have goats. Maybe we could talk to them and see, you know. Oh, thank you, Melanie. He was such a sweet little thing. He would sit in my lap. Even after he got too big, he would still try to get in my lap. What is a soft cotton yarn that takes heat well? Do you have a brand suggestion? No, actually, okay, how he got his name, the movie Dragonheart, I always thought the dragon's name was Drago. And it wasn't till a few years later that I found out it was with a C instead of a G. So it was actually supposed to be named after the dragon of Dragonheart, Draco. But yeah, I think I was 10 or 11 at the time. 10. I was 10. So yeah, but because he kind of reminded me of a little dragon in a way, you know, with the little markings and then the little disbutted horn stubs that he had, and he just was. That's what I ended up naming him. I think to handle heat pretty well, it has to be at least 85% cotton, like as a pot holder. But yeah, to withstand for hot pads has to be 100% cotton. I loved watching that movie when I was younger. Yeah, it was one of my favorites. Still is, because I love Sean Connery's voice. Just his voice is just so iconic. Yes, see, Tank knows what I mean. Welcome in, Michelle Crochets in Kansas. How are you? What you working on? And happy Tuesday. And then also Dennis Quaid. I like Dennis Quaid as an actor. I tried to write down all my favorite actors one day, and there's a lot. I can't even list them all. Whenever I had heard that Sean Connery passed away, oh my gosh, I cried. I think I cried when I found out. I was little, though, when Jessica Tandy died. Oh, man. There was somebody else, Robin Williams. When I found out, it was like a year after he passed when I found out he passed away. I was like, oh, man. kind of teared up a little bit. And then I started, like, that whole week, I kind of watched a couple of his movies, kind of like my own memoriam type, memorial way, I guess, remembrance. I've seen Medicine Man. That one's a good one too. I just recently watched the third Indiana Jones with Sean Connery in it. Michelle is working on Scrubbies in a basket. I can understand that. Tank. To me, he always seemed how can I put it? Like, there was a darkness to his eyes, kind of just creepy. I mean, I thought he was a pretty good actor, but he just always had something about his eyes that I didn't really care for. So I wouldn't look at his eyes. Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come. That was a good one. That was a good one. That's a good movie, but hard for me to watch. Yeah. What else? There was some comedy, like where Robin Williams did comedy tours, like for like at army bases. I was watching those on YouTube, I think last year or the year before. They came up in my feed, and I was just like, man, it's gonna be sad that, you know, there's not gonna be any new movies with him in it. I'm gonna feel that same way when Steve Martin and Martin Short pass. I've been watching Only Murders in the Building with my aunt, and she liked it. And Steve Martin is just one of those guys that is just so unique and iconic from, you know, 70s and 80s, you know, just hands down. There was one part we laughed our self silly in Only Murders in the Building. There's this part where he's in a stroller, he's been poisoned, and in his mind he gets out of the stroller and does this big old speech, and then it kind of shows what really happening, and he's just mumbling, and we just laughed so much. I was crying. Mel Gibson, yeah, he was really good. Hard for me, yes, but I love it when the way he passed. I feel like he's acting like that in heaven. Aw. Jim Carrey is not a favorite, but he has depression like Robin Williams. Oh man. Father of the Bride, yep. Mel Gibson is sick also? Wild and crazy guy. The Jerk, the movie The Jerk. Oh my God, that is my favorite, hands down, Steve Martin movie. Yeah, I know he plays the banjo. That is so cool, huh? He can play, like, in Only Murders in the Building, he plays a little accordion. He also was on tour with Steve Martin. I think they were doing stand-up end of last year or something, if I believe that to be correct. I'm not 100% sure. I need to buy that movie. I do not have The Jerk. that I gotta go find that somewhere. And when Steve Martin is on the beach with that lady and he's telling her about how he feels and just the way he goes, you do, you will, or whatever it is, that, oh my God, just the looks on his face is just, I love it. A Man with Two Brains. Yes, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Three Amigos is another good one. Chevy Chase, Martin Short, Steve Martin. I have that one recorded back whenever we had TV. I connected my VCR through my TV or DVD or DVR, whatever, and I would record movies off of it. And that was one of them that I recorded. He played in Blue Heaven. And what's the one with Lily Tomlin? I don't know if I've ever seen Blue Heaven. That might have to be one I have to look up. And I'm not sure which one it was with Lily Tomlin. Welcome in, Lisa Ellison. How are you? It's cool that, you know, I've been live 57 minutes, but I'm glad you could make it a little bit, and welcome. I almost choked on my own air. Sorry about that, everyone. How are you doing, Lisa? And welcome in. I like trains, planes, and automobiles. Yep, that one was a good one too. John Candy. Oh, with Michael Caine and that blonde woman who was the jackal. So it had Steve Martin and Michael Caine. I'm really not sure. I love John Candy too. His very last movie, Wagons East. I remember when they were doing that one, we lived, I believe, in Beeville, Texas. And when that came out and I saw it, you know, dedicated to John Candy, I cried to find out that was his last movie. Oh my gosh. I really liked his role as the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, he did good on that one too. Yeah, what is that guy's name? That plays Seymour. He was also in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He was kind of a good actor for that time. Lily Tomlin was dying and he was the lawyer and her spirit went into Steve. It was hilarious. I'm gonna have to look that up. I love movies, everyone. So I mean, you know, I could sit here and talk about movies all day. If y'all could actually see my collection of VHS tapes from over the years, it's insane. Cheaper by the dozen. Yeah, that was a good one. You know what? I'm gonna have to look that one up. Lily Tomlin and Steve Martin. You know what? I can just pull up another page. Let me see if it'll work. Then I can tell you the name of it. Oh, come on. House Sitter with Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn's another good one too. Okay, so Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin have been in Pink Panther 2, and the band played on All of Me. Was it All of Me? I think I've seen that one. I've seen Pink Panther, of course. I had about 1,000 DVDs. Wow. Oh, you just found it, All of Me. Okay. You know, and my VHS player I probably got in 2010 and it still works. Three Amigos was good too. Every my mind went blank. Thanksgiving, I usually watch Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase every year. And then at Christmas, I always watch Home Alone 1 and 2. Now I have to make sure. Whoa, my live started over here. Oops. There. Now I got to put it back on live chat. Oh. Now it's my, there it goes. The, now it paused. Ugh. Okay. I think I got it finally. Dirty Rotten Scandals. Scandals? There was a Gene Wilder's another good actor. I like him. He had dementia or Alzheimer's or something. He died, I think, passed away in 2016, I think. I never even knew until like 2018 or 2019 that he had passed away. It's like, oh man, that stinks. Oh, speaking of actors, this is what I was going to say a minute ago, and I went blank. Supposedly this year, they are going to release Indiana Jones 5. Haven't really confirmed anything, but they're supposed to release the 5th movie, and it does have Harrison Ford in it. I think that's, you know, kind of cool. I had read some kind of review or something. He said as long as he's alive and no one else will play Indiana Jones. And I'm sitting here like, man, I hope they, you know, make it good, because if this is his last one. He's also in a TV series right now that's a spinoff of, oh, what is Yellowstone? And then there was 1823, and then 1867 or something, and then 1923. He's in the newest spinoff, 1923, I believe. My grandmother's been watching it. She loved all those. So I haven't watched any of them yet, but I know she was saying Harrison Ford is in this one. I go, oh yeah, he's supposed to also have a, no, she goes, he looks old. I'm surprised he was able to get on that horse. And I go, yeah, he's supposed to be in Indiana Jones 5 coming out this year. And they had to postpone it another year because of the quarantine and all that had happened in 2020. And so it halted production, I guess, on Indiana Jones. It's spelled wrong. Yeah. Yellowstone is Kevin Costner, which he's good too. And then they had a spinoff of that, and now they have another spinoff, and Harrison Ford is in the third one. 1923, I think. You mean Scoundrels? Is that what it's spelled wrong? I'm probably fixing to wrap things up here in a few minutes and go get me some lunch. And so I'm going to go ahead and 1883. That's what I meant. 1883 and then 1923. Bye, Aunt Pam. Enjoy your nap. So I'm going to go ahead and play my little thank you video real quick of Tom. If I can get it to... No! This phone drives me insane. You barely touch anything and it does something else. There it is. Okay, so thank you everyone for the super chats. And Tom thanks you too. My sweet little Tom. All right, everyone. I want to wish y'all a good afternoon, and I will either see y'all tomorrow or Thursday. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for joining me. Bye, everybody.